Kogolito Dinonathe. What does it mean by Dinonath? Do you know? Sun. Dinonath means sun. Diner Nath. Din is the day. Natha is the Ishvara. Natha is the main person in day is the sun. So Dinonatha means sun. Kogolito. Kogolito means under the clutches. Kogolito Dinonathe Durdine. Durdin means bad day. Bad day. Sandro Megoi. What is the bad day? Sandra means dense. Meg means cloud. In the dense cloud, in a bad day, means the rainy day, stormy day. In the bad day, Dinonatha, the sun, clutches under the deep cloud. It's covered by the deep cloud. Berkeley Himo Jhanjha Vayu Upro Jatitana. So Himo Jhanjha, cold, and Vayu Rudra. So very first cyclonic condition, cold weather. So this is the things. Abhirato tamashatma tamasa atmani apriti mudabuddhi. Exactly in the same way. What happened? The tamas, those who are tamas, mudabuddhi, the dull person. Exactly in the same way, this tamas covers the Atman. And as a result, suffering. The person suffers. Shapayati, then rajas. Shapayati, projected. Bohu dukkhoi tibra bhikshapu shakti. Only the bhikshapu shakti. As what happens? When the deep cloud, dense cloud, watery cloud, black cloud, covers the sun, then there is a stormy wind blows. And in the stormy wind, these clouds, they suffer. Because stormy wind push the cloud. Exactly in the same way, when tamas covers our Atman, the Bhikshapu Shakti, rajas, is throwing, projecting something by which tamas face the trouble or problem. So what does it mean? We have to get rid of tamas by rajas. We cannot get rid of anything else, not by sattva. Only we can get rid of tamas by sattva. Because just as a stormy wind, rajas is giving the trouble to our tamas. Just as on a cloudy day, when the sun is swallowed up by dense cloud, violent cold blast trouble them. So when Atma is hidden by intense ignorance, the dreadful Bhikshapu Shakti, projection power, rajas, afflicts the foolish man with numerous grief. So, those who are fully covered by tamas, for them, what is the projection power of rajas? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya. So they face extreme trouble for those inclination, those urges, those powerful urges, take them to tremendous trouble. Now, in connection to that, let me explain you two things. One is how our ego covers the Atman, and secondly, what is called alienation. Because of this covering of Atman, we are alienated. Our real nature is Atman. The more, because of this tamas, because of this rajas, the more we are driven out far away from our Atman, the more trouble. The gap between our Atman and the other things, that gap is called alienation. Now see the diagram. In the diagram, you see the Supreme Self. Supreme Self is the Brahman, the Paramatman. Then the inner self, Pratyagatman or simple Atman. Then the ego. And lastly, the unconscious. Now, alienation as a distinct concept has been developed by the Western thinkers, but the idea is implied in the philosophy and practice of Vedanta. The aim of the present paper is to show, number one, the concept of alienation helps us to have a better understanding of Vedantic concept of unity. Secondly, Neo-Vedanta offers a comprehensive approach to the problem of alienation. There are three main forms of alienation: self-alienation, economic alienation, and social alienation. These are three applications of alienation. The economic alienation was formulated by Karl Marx. If you go through the Das Kapital and the philosophy, Karl Marx was basically philosopher, not economist. So the basic fundamental philosophy of Karl Marx is alienation. He said that the labor, they are alienated from their production. They are not happy. Why a labor is not happy? Because they are alienated from their production. Take the example. Vinitaji and others. You people are decorating the altar. Now you are giving the labor to decorate the altar. Now the production. The production is the beautiful altar. And you can enjoy these things. If you don't have any say, if you are not connected with the production, if I say, no, I am the Swami here, so everything I did, it is my production, my success, my everything, then you people will become alienated from the production. And that is the cause of suffering. So what happened actually, the labor the profit of the production. Who is taking the profit of the production? The owner. So that means labor are producing the production, but they are alienated from the production. This kind of alienation, this is the economic alienation. Then there is social alienation, and there is the self-alienation or spiritual alienation, the ontological alienation. The present paper deals chiefly with the self-alienation. The self-alienation also has three dimensions: the ontological alienation, existential alienation, and psychological alienation. Three types of alienation. Now see the diagram. The first, we are alienated. Our Atman is alienated from the Paramatman. And that is the ontological alienation. What is the cause of this alienation?
Mula Jnana.
Correct. Perfect. Mula Jnana is the main cause of this alienation. So this is ontological alienation. The second is the existential alienation. Most of the time I say existential psychology, existential problem, existential alienation. So this is what is the existential alienation? See the diagram. When our inner self is alienated from the ego. So ego is the screen. Ego is the dummy. Ego is powered by ourself. And ego is jumping, dancing, saying, I am the main person. And we are confused because of tamas, and because of that, this ego says, I am main person. When this ego or I awareness is connected with the Vikshepa Shakti, that is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya, it becomes terrible. It becomes egotism. Ego is the I awareness. And when ego I awareness is connected, I am a man, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, immediately Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Moha, Matsarya, I and mine. And when it comes to the I and mine, this alienation is called existential alienation. This alienation, Arjuna had. In Bhagavad Gita, what was the problem of Arjuna? Arjuna was a great warrior. Why did he afraid of participating in war? He did not afraid of war. He was ready to kill himself. He was not eager to get the throne also. He said, I can go and I lead my life by begging. In first chapter he said. So what was the problem of Arjuna?
Moha.
Arjuna was the existential problem. Means Arjuna's ego was identified with me and mine. My relatives, my brother.
But he wants to sacrifice himself for them, right?
Yes.
So,
But now, this prompts me to say a story. Yes, he wanted to sacrifice. Let me tell this story. Actually, Swami Turiyanandaji told this story. I referred this earlier also here. A guru initiated a disciple and said, last instruction, you do tapasya and renounce. So the disciple understood that renounce means he renounced everything and he went a riverside and under a tree he was sleeping. But nothing is going to happen. Then he thought, I am living in a hut, so probably I have to renounce that. Then he renounced that hut under the sky, begging. He could not find his progress. Then he thought, probably I have to renounce eating because I am begging. So he renounced begging also. He started fasting and became very weak. No progress. Then he thought, probably I have to renounce my body because Guru said I have to renounce. So he wanted to renounce body. He lit a fire, ready, and he is ready to jump inside the fire because he would renounce the body because his Guru said renounce the body. Then suddenly Guru appeared and asked him, what are you doing? He said, you said I have to renounce. I could not find my spiritual progress, so I am ready to jump into the fire to renounce my body because this is the last thing I have. So I am going to renounce it. Then Guru said, okay, you can renounce your body, no problem. But do you think that you can renounce your desire by renouncing your body? Then the disciple would realize that real renunciation is the renunciation of desire. You can renounce your body, no problem. Arjuna wanted to renounce his body. But do you think the renunciation of the body means renunciation of your desire? You have to carry your desire in your next birth. So that is the real renunciation. So that means Arjuna's renunciation was not real renunciation. And as long as our ego is connected with anything else, we cannot have the renunciation. The real freedom is the freedom of ego from anything else. Our ego is connected with thousands of things. So real freedom is the freedom of will. Because will is the hooking things by which ego is hooked with something. Ego is our mental force. Loosely, I can say. It is not mental force, it is different. It's a dynamic aspect of ourself, although. But real freedom is the freedom of will. Freedom of ego from everywhere. So, this is the existential problem. And then, this psychological problem. The psychological problem and the social problem also. Unconscious. So, ego says, I am the main person. What we call I am Mr. X. I am Mr. X means we are pointing actually unconsciously towards our ego. And when ego and unconscious, that alienation, we do not know what is there in our unconscious. our ego is unable to understand and identify anything to our unconscious. So that is the problem, psychological problem. Because we have so many things in our unconscious. Ego is not identifying that. So the alienation of ego and the unconscious, that is the cause of our psychological problem. And with all this kind of problem, if we try to connect with the society, that will be another problem. So that's why so many people are there. You can find few people are there. See, you can easily distinguish the people. Few people are there. They surrender themselves to the group opinion. They do not have their personality. What the group is saying, they surrender. Yes, that is right. Few people are there. They cannot mix with the group. They isolated themselves. They are unable to mix with the people. They said, no, they are different vibration. So it is difficult for us to mix up. This is one type of people. Few people, they are very comfortable with their own group, but they are extremely uncomfortable in a larger group. So there are different types of social problems, and these are the social alienation. And what is the cause of it? The basic cause of it is that if we are emphasizing our ego consciously or unconsciously, the more we emphasize our ego, the more partition wall we are building, more we will become isolated. Very simple. If you concentrate yourself, I, automatically you are alienated from the society. So this is the social alienation. So see, this is the diagram by which, because of the covering of tamas, forget about super self, forget about the mula avidya, forget about the ontological alienation. Try to concentrate on the existential alienation and psychological alienation and the social alienation. We are in this stage. So more we pump to our ego, the more we will become alienated. What is the expression of existential alienation? Existential problem. Meaninglessness, boredom, fear, existential fear, loneliness, meaninglessness, and that is what actually this verse is saying. First, the cloud is covering to our inner self. The ego is covering to our inner self. And then the projection of me and mine. Because of tamas and rajas. Verse number 144. Any question from you? Any question from online?
Maharaj, it says at the bottom, Neo-Vedanta shows the way to overcome these three
Neo-Vedanta,
types.
yeah. Neo-Vedanta generally we call the, the Vedanta that Swami Vivekananda propounded. We call that is Neo-Vedanta. Swami
Yes.
Vivekananda propounded Vedanta only, but there is a little kind of, speciality in the application of Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta. So that is what we call the Neo-Vedanta. Neo-Vedanta means the Vedanta that Swamiji has propounded.
Develop. Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Swami, could you clarify that inner self versus the supreme self? Is it kind of the sakshi versus
That is the Mula of Jnana.
inner self to supreme self? So what is inner self?
Pratyagatman, Atman, simple Atman, Jivatman.
Jivatma. Because Atman I consider that same as the Brahman. Or
No, not same. That is why it is called Ramanuja, called it Pratyagatman or Jivatman. So the Vedantic philosophy is this: the microcosm built on the same plane with the macrocosm, and they are dynamically connected. So what does it mean by realization according to Vedanta? So realization means you realize that you are not the body, not the mind, but you are Atman. That is the realization. So when you realize that you are Atman, that is not all. You have to realize the second step, that you and the cosmic absolute are one. When you realize yourself, that doesn't mean that you have realized your identity with the absolute. This is the second stage, that you have to establish or experience the identity with the absolute. And when you experience the identity of your individual self and the absolute self, then only you realize that all are one, not before that.
So is it like the step from Savikalp Samadhi to Nirvikalp Samadhi?
Whatever you say. Vikalpa, yes, you can say that, yes. You can say that. Savikalpa Samadhi is like this. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, it has a different meaning. But very loosely we can say that you are the follower of Mother Kali or Sri Krishna. So what is your realization? Your realization is Sri Krishna, or your realization is Mother Kali. You can experience Mother Kali or you can experience Sri Krishna. So your chosen ideal is Sri Krishna or Mother Kali, and your realization will be Mother Kali and Sri Krishna. My chosen ideal is Lord Shiva. So my experience will be Lord Shiva. Then, if this is the situation, then how can you claim that the highest experience is one? Because it is not one. Your experience is Krishna or Kali, my experience is Shiva. So then there is another step to go. So you can say this Saguna Samadhi, but higher to that is Nirguna Samadhi. That is the experience of one.
Swamiji, somewhere you had mentioned, I'm not sure if I've understood it correctly. So in terms of our efforts, we can only go up to the inner self, but then it's up to the Brahman to pull us out of that.
Well, so there is a lot. See, what is actually happening, I have no idea, because only the experience can tell that. But there are lots of things. The lots of things means it is said that Guru from there will pull you up. That is another.
So Swamiji, when Thakur said, the spiritual life goes on and on and on, you can stop wherever you want. So is that what he's alluding to? That, if you like to be different and not go to the Nirgun level, you can stop there? Or what was he alluding to?
No, ultimate realization is one. Ultimate realization is one. You cannot stop. If you stop there, then you will not have the ultimate realization. In Sri Ramakrishna's life, Sri Ramakrishna, when Totapuri said, meditate on the highest will, Sri Ramakrishna tried his level best, but always he stuck up to Mother Kali. But then, when Totapuri, it is said that Totapuri put some glass piece or something like that, and then his mind went high and one realization. So then that means there are different types of, if you go through Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are Sabija Samadhi, Nirvija Samadhi, Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa, Saguna, Nirguna, so a lot of Sampragyata, Asampragyata, different types of samadhi. Forget about that. So in general, yes, the highest realization is Advaita. But as a philosophy, Advaita is the not highest philosophy. All philosophies are same. Dvaito, Advaito, Vishishta-Advaito, all philosophies are equally important. But as an experience, highest experience is Advaita, means the experience of one, oneness of existence. That is the highest kind of experience. Yes.
This is more just a practical comment, but it's maybe a question as well. So, in Vivekananda's Neo Vedanta, he talks about, basically being strong and successful in the practical world, and and then becoming spiritual. But in the spiritual tradition, it's the other way around. Like Jesus said, seek first the kingdom of God, and then everything else will be given to you. So, does spirituality come first and then worldly success, and then you're not detached from the success, or you have to be strong and successful first? Or I think the real answer is both go together.
Swami Vivekananda replied to this question. So Vivekananda said, if I had to forget all my education, and if I have to start from the beginning, I shall first start with meditation. It gives the all answer.
Mm-hmm.
So what Swami Vivekananda's philosophy is, everything he took or connected with Vedantic principle. His teachings has a tremendous depth. It is not simple strength. He doesn't talk about physical strength.
Mm-hmm.
His strength based on outlook.
Right.
So, whatever he said is connected to the self. Yes.
Maharaj, so you said the Guru pulls you up. So do we have the same Guru in every life, or Guru you are meaning the Satchidananda Guru?
These are completely different from Viveka Chudamani. Well, actually I think, I don't know whether you find it now. Please try to find my lecture on Guru. Actually I delivered in different places on Guru and in Berkeley also. Probably you may find it in our website. So the concept of Guru is different. If I say the Raja Maharaj and Brahmananda, he said, your mind is your Guru. Then Sri Ramakrishna said, Satchidananda is the only Guru. But we see in practical life that we have a human being. So what does it mean? There is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of confusion. Because we have human Guru, we have Raja Maharaj said, your mind is your Guru. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, Satchidananda is the only Guru. There is no other Guru. What does it mean? So we have to understand that. And when I say that Guru will pull, means which Guru? Human Guru? Your mind will Guru? Or the Satchidananda Guru? That is the first question. The second question, there is a beautiful article. The Guru in Mahabharata, the Guru is called Deshika. Another name of Guru is Deshika, which is used in Mahabharata. There is another beautiful article of Swami Prasannatmananda in Uddhava. There he said, this is the question, except he answered this particular question. We asked, Guru is still with us or not? The Guru, the human Guru, they passed away. Everybody's Guru, once at one point of time, they pass away. Now then what will happen? You can take the example. The example is this. If you worship God or goddesses in your home, you bring the pratima, the image. And after worship, the Hindu tradition is you will immerse the image into some water bottle, in Ganga or any pond or anywhere else, the immersion, you immerse that. Do you think, because when you are worshipping that image, you are thinking the god or goddesses is residing into the image, correct? So when after puja you immerse that into the water body, do you think that with the immersion, the god or goddesses left you and went away?
No.
What do you think? God and goddesses are still there with us. Exactly in the same way. If Guru passes away, do you think Guru is gone forever? Guru is living? He is with us. If God and goddesses, they live with us after puja, then why not Guru after leaving his body?
The confusion comes because of the human body.
And if we carry our good samskaras, the fruits of our work, good and bad both, why not the samskara of initiation? You are carrying that. Yes.
I have two questions.
Diverse.
No. One question related when you said in the beginning, related to tamas and rajas, and the other question related to guru. So the first question, Maharaj, you mentioned that rajas attitudes and factors will help us pull us from tamas factors. So let's say in this lifetime, if somebody is trying to overcome its tamas characteristic and inclining towards rajas, I think it is still, please explain more. Is it still beneficial to stay in rajas?
I am giving you an example.
If we cannot attend such work.
I am giving you an example. If you go through the lectures of Swami Prasannatmananda, especially the Indian lectures, and you can find the gist of the Indian lectures from Colombo to Alva. Those are the gist of lectures. Here you can find Swami Vivekananda delivered the talk of Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, etc. But in India, Swamiji gave the lectures from Colombo to Alva. And the bottom line of all the lectures is strength, courage, stand up your own feet, rise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. He said here also, in Bay Area also, in Redman Square building, he said, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. But these two are completely different. He knew that India is fully immersed in tamas. So he wanted to stand up, do something, do some rajas. So one young boy came to Swami Vivekananda and he said, you see, please initiate me and please instruct me about my spiritual life because I have lots of darshana. I have a lot of darshana and my mind is elevated in the high soul. So give me initiation and tell me something about the spirituality. Swami Vivekananda said, go to your home, eat well, sleep well. But the boy was not ready to go. He was still, hankering. Then Swami Vivekananda said, can you go and steal? First go and steal and then come with me. Come to me. Then I shall give you the instruction. Because Swami Vivekananda could understand the boy will not do anything. Only discussion and analysis and only talking and arguing and all these things. He will not do a single thing. So Swami Vivekananda said, go and do something. At least you can steal something. For stealing you need the courage. You have to go and you have to do something. So that was the instruction. So Swamiji's instruction towards India were rajas. Because India was fully immersed by tamas. So his instruction rajas. But that was not all. But this country is full of rajas.
Yes.
So Swamiji instructed this country about the sattva.
My second question was related to
See everywhere. What is the image of Mother Durga?
Rajas Shakti.
lion is there.
Mhm.
What lion symbolizes? Tamas, animal, tamas. And above that, so Rajas, sorry, the Mahisha. Mahisha is tamas. On the Mahisha, lion, Rajas. And on the lion, mother, Sattva. See the image of Mother Kali. The mouth of Mother Kali is dark, tamas. Tamas can be overpowered by red down. Red is the color of Rajas. And Rajas is pounced by white teeth. That is Sattva. But Sattva is not the final.
Yeah, final is
Beyond that. Yes.
And the last question about Guru. Maharaj, many of us are got initiated and we got the mantra, but I heard somewhere that it is very important to have a Sadguru, meaning the Guru that you get has to be well illuminated and well knowledge and siddhi.
You are not attending the Viveka Chudamani class from the beginning.
That's true.
That's the problem. In Viveka Chudamani, if you go, the beginning part of that very clearly said what should be the quality of a Guru. Very clearly. So you can find there.
I'll take the video.
Yes.
Also, Swamiji, I just want to add something to what Paramita asked.
Sure.
That I also thought about that question, but I said if I am in elementary school, I really don't need a PhD professor to guide me. So anybody who is ahead of me, who is high school pass, can teach me because I'm just in elementary school. So I think of the Guru as, as I move forward in spirituality or like education, the higher and higher Guru I will seek and I'll get. So if I'm
So you can understand it if you understand what is the function of human. If you understand the function of human Guru, then this question will be solved. And here in Viveka Chudamani says, Aprinito, Akamohata, all these qualities, there are 6 qualities probably it's given in Viveka Chudamani that Guru must have. And you can find your Guru must have that quality. Akamohata, completely desireless. Completely desireless. What desire he has? Nothing. No name, no fame, nothing.
Maharaj, this is Mahavir speaking.
Yes.
The qualities of the Gurus are given in the verse number 33. Sotriyo avijino akamato yo brahma vittana brahmanyu prataya shanto nirindan yavila ahit dayasindu bandhu anmatam subham. There are a lot of qualities given for Guru. They are in the very beginning of the text, verse number 33.
Yes. Verse number 33.
Not any Guru is Sadguru because Guru is the
Who
Swarup of
has, who doesn't have, what is the function of Guru?
to guide us.
No, not at all.
To serve as the
Guru is just like a, what is called?
coach.
Agent. a chemical agent.
Catalyst?
Catalyst. Guru is just like a catalyst. What is the function of catalyst?
To speed up a reaction.
Helps in the chemical reaction, but they do not participate.
Right.
They do not participate, but they help either faster or slower. That is it. Guru's function is this. Guru is participating as a catalyst to connect you with the Satchidananda. That's all. The function of human guru is connecting. That's all. Now it is up to you. He gives you the instruction, which is proved, which is tested, that he gave you. Now it is up to you. So same disciple of the same guru, some are going very fast, some are lagging behind. Why? Is this because of this? So that is the function of guru. In a marriage, I don't know whether, I don't think in this country that kind of person are there. In India we find that person. No? The Brahmin, some Brahmins are there. They do the, what is it? Mixed match or what is that? Match, horoscope, and no, they bring the news. There is some groom, there is ghoto.
Yes.
There is some groom, and there is some girl, and they are very good. So they take some money. That is their function. So like that.
According to what my thing is Maharaj, that
Yes.
Guru presents an exact role model for the students, for the disciples. The ideal spiritual role model presents the qualities that are given in the verse number 33. That presents an ideal role model for all the disciples. I think that is
What Mahapurush Maharaj said. Mahapurush Maharaj said that what we do, there are different types of flowers. All these disciples are like a flower. Different color, different fragrance, different things. We hold this and offer it to the Thakur. That is our work. Then Thakur will take care of others. That's not the thing. That is Mahapurush Maharaj. Even Bambi Maharaj used to say that we never consider we are Guru. That is also Guru. We saw this path is tested, proved. Those who have got the initiation, they have completed. So what we do? We just give that instruction. That's all. He never, Kumbir Maharaj never wrote in his letter that I bless you. He said, I am praying for you. He said, I have no right to bless anybody. Because Thakur will only bless. I can pray. But we are completely digressed. Anyway, so probably we shall close. Any question from the online? But